You know, when I first got my Blackstone, one of the first things I wanted to do was cook hibachi, stir fry, you know, just get in there and jump into it, but I was really, really intimidated not knowing how to do it. So I'm gonna show you how to make a very, very easy and simple stir fry on the Blackstone Griddle. And this chicken stir fry right here turned out amazing, and it's so delicious and the family loves it. And the great thing about doing a stir fry at home is you can add the ingredients that you like. Instead of going to a restaurant, you're like, well, I don't really like that. Can you leave this out? Whatever. No, you can do that at home, make it like you want it. But like I said, I'm gonna show you a very, very easy way to do it. But we gotta get to cooking. So let's go on and fire up that Blackstone and get that thing heating up. Because honestly, with the ingredients that I have, there's very little prep that needs to be done. So while that Blackstone heats up, let's get that prep done. Now, one thing I think every stir fry has to have is onion. Now, you can cut these onions up like you want. Usually this is what I do right here. Kind of keep them in pieces like that right there. This just, to me, cooks down a lot better, but gives the pieces big enough, still a little bite to them. So yeah, just cut them up like this right here. And that seems to work pretty good for what we're doing. That's all you need right there. Now we have them all bowled up right here. We'll just set these over the side. But now we have to work on that chicken. Because chicken stir fry is probably the cheapest and easiest stir fry to do. You can add shrimp, you can add steak, and you can add all of it. You can add whatever protein you like in your stir fry. But we are going to work with these boneless, skinless chicken thighs right here. And what I'm going to do here is just cut these up into bite-sized pieces and kind of clean them up, get a little extra, that extra fat off there that we don't want. Need to leave some on there because, well, fat is flavor. And I'm going to tell you, fat is flavor, I must be really tasty. Yeah, dad joke, sorry. So let's get this chicken here all cut up and cleaned up, and so we can get it cooked up. And just like that, all this chicken is cut up. Now the good thing about cutting it up into pieces like this right here is it cuts down on the cooking time also. So it makes it thin quicker. So if you're looking for a quick, easy meal, a stir fry is actually the meal you're looking for. But I say we head on over to the griddle now and just see if it's ready to start cooking. Let's go check and see if they've got that white smoke. Come on. Well, I'm seeing that white smoke, and you know what that means. It means it's time to put some groceries down on this griddle. Let's throw down some oil first. Want a good bit of oil right through there. Reach around here. Grab up all this chicken. Now, as far as how much chicken to use or whatever protein you're using, that is 100% up to you. If you like a lot of meat and protein, chicken, steak, shrimp, whatever, in your stir fry, hey, do it. Get the oil coated all over this. But who wants bland chicken? I don't. We need to find our seasoning. I'm going to use this citrus garlic mojo. Never really used it before, but I've heard it's good. We're going to find out. I think it'd be great in a stir fry. We'll add about that much in there, and we'll mix it up, let it cook, try it out a little bit. And now one thing, it sure does smell good. And in case you're wondering about the griddle temp, right now I'm on about a medium heat, which is about probably 350, 400, somewhere around there. So now we're just gonna spread it out and let it cook. Now I know it's hard to believe when you're looking at all this raw chicken, but man, it is smelling so good out here with that citrus garlic mojo. Man, if it tastes anything like it smells right now, there's gonna be some good chicken. So now that it's been cooking, I don't know, 3 or 4, maybe 5 minutes, let's give it a stir. Just kind of mix things up. You can let it cook longer on one side if you want a real good char on that chicken, which I'm gonna do here in just a minute. But just kind of mix things up. Don't let it burn on any one side. There we go. Well, while that's going, let's go ahead and get our onions going over here. Let's put them right over here on this side. I'm gonna put down a little bit of oil with it. And honestly, I think I might add a little seasoning to it too, just a little bit. Gotta flavor your onions. Let's get that stirred in together. We'll just kind of let these onions sit over here and just kind of slowly cook down. So now this chicken is getting really close to being done. Look how beautiful that chicken is turning out. It's getting close. But look at these onions over here. Yes, sir. We're gonna move these over just a little bit. Oh yeah. I'll tell you what, let's go ahead and just mix it all together. Go ahead and mix our chicken and onions together. Let them finish cooking together. Ooh, that does smell good now. All right, let's spread this out now and just let everything kind of finish up right there. I'm gonna tell you what, this chicken is turning out beautiful. I mean, look at that piece right there. This over here, yes sir. That's some good looking chicken. And them onions are making it smell even better out here. So now this chicken is almost done. I mean, it's really close to being done. The onions are starting to soften up a little bit. It's time to add some more stuff. Now, I'm going to add some water chestnuts. Wife loves the water chestnuts in there. And some baby corn. Gotta have the baby corn. Now, a lot of people add the bamboo shoots, snow peas, stuff like that. We don't really care for that around here. We love the water chestnuts and the baby corn, so that's all we're adding. Let's get that mixed in together. And now we do have a few more things to add. The noodles. Gotta add the noodles. What I'm using here is these Udon noodles. You can find them in the Asian section of your grocery store. I like the Udon. There's different kinds. I just love the Udon. Just break them up a little bit. Get your knife. Just cut it open. And what from here, you just dump it on there. And just, I got 2 packages of these, and each package has 2 of these. So basically 4 of these, or 2 packages, 4 small packages. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. So now what you do is you grab up a little bit of water. Once you got all your noodles on there, add all that water in there, and that'll start breaking them noodles up and breaking them down, making them want to separate, because you gotta keep them separated. See there, like that one there is already falling apart. So is that one. So a lot of this steam and a lot of that will start breaking apart. Just keep on mixing until they start breaking apart. See there, look at that. Ooh boy, that easy. It don't look like a lot of noodles until they start breaking apart. Then you're like, wow, I got a lot of noodles. Now we've added a lot of stuff together, but we ain't seasoned a whole lot. But we need to add one more thing first. Use peas and carrots if you want to. I just like to use a can of mixed vegetables in here. Just 1 can is usually enough. But as far as seasoning goes, normally I use like an oyster sauce and soy sauce and just different sauces. Go out and get you this Bachan's Yuzu sauce. I guess I'm saying that right. It's Y-U-Z-U. Yuzu, I guess, sauce. Anyhow, give you a close look at that. This right here, hell yeah, this is some good stuff. We're just gonna sauce it up. Get this stuff good and saucy. Let's mix that in. And that right there will give you all the flavor your stir fry is pretty much gonna need. So let's mix all this up. Uh-oh, better close that back up. Don't wanna lose nothing back there. Oh man, now it is smelling good. Ooh. And this is why I say it's really simple to do it this way, because you're not using all them different sauces, and you don't need a whole lot. You just need that one sauce. Well, I mean, we're gonna add some other stuff to it, but that one sauce is pretty much like a one-stop shop. So let's spread this out, kind of let everything heat up together. And then we're gonna try it out to see if we need to kind of adjust the sauce or anything else, and then, hey, we're going to finish it up. I about forgot something. The shredded carrots. About forgot the shredded carrots. Let's add them in here. Let them get all softened up. That's usually the last thing I add, because you don't want to cook them down too much. I think that'll be enough right there. All right, now let's stir this in. There we go. Now it's getting like it's supposed to be. Look at that. There we go. Spread that out. Now I am gonna try a little bit just to see how we're doing here. Grab a piece of chicken, just a little bit of noodles. Got some left on the fork. The carrots are still crunchy, obviously. But you know, I think I'm gonna hit it with a little seasoning right here. A little bit of seasoning. A little more sauce. Let's stir that up. I think that will do it right there. So now we'll just kind of let that cook, let them carrots soften up just a little bit. We're going to be taking this up. Well, I do believe it is about ready to take up. There is just one more quick thing I want to do. Sesame seed oil. It's kind of like a finisher. Gives just that little final touch to everything that you want. Just a little bit. You don't need a whole lot. It just really adds that little extra something that you need. So let's stir that in real quick. And then we'll slide all this over, because it's going to be fun to take off the griddle. So that's where other stuff comes in handy. Like my Blackstone cutting board, I can just set right here on the griddle. Now, I could take this up with, you know, like this right here, like that, but there's an easier way of doing it. And that is this massive scoop right here. Actually, they sell two kind of scoops. And I have, there it is, I have both of them. So whatever size you're cooking with, or whatever, you know, size family or how much food you're cooking, get the appropriate scoop. I think I'm gonna use the big one. We're just gonna scoop it up right here. I mean, look at that. Put it right on the plate. I don't use this scoop a whole lot. I do use it for fried rices and stir fries and stuff like that, though. I mean, because when you're dealing with this much food, you need something that can handle that much food. Take our cutting board, head on over here, and we got a couple more things to do. We're going to finish it up. Come on. Now that is a steaming pile of goodness, but we're not done. Break out some sesame seeds. I have some white here. A lot of times I'll try to sprinkle on, but usually I dump it out too much. So I just grab a little bit, pinch it, and just kind of work it around there. Just add a little pizzazz to it. Make it look good. But not only are you going to use the white sesame seeds, I have some black ones. We're going to use some black sesame seed. Add a little more pizzazz to it. Yes, sir. And then on top of that, and I don't know what's going on, maybe you can tell me, green onions. I had the biggest trouble finding green onions today, and all I could find was these that were already pre-cut. I could not find green onions anywhere. And I really, really think that green onions is a great finisher on this stir fry. I mean, look at that. And that's what you want right there. So there it is, in all its radiant beauty. Y'all check this out. I mean, look at this big old pile of goodness right here. Yes, sir. That's some good eating right there. Gonna be some good eating. I tell you, if you got a big family like I do, this is the way to feed them right here. Yeah, that is a plate full right there, isn't it? I got to dig into it while it's still steaming hot. Try it out. Well, that's enough. Okay. That is the way to go. That right there is perfect. So good. Like I said, it's probably the easiest stir fry you'll ever make. I mean, it's almost foolproof. I mean, look at the steam still coming off of this. Y'all, make this. Take pictures, tag me, let me see what you made. I don't care what on platform. I'm on all platforms. Speaking of that, go check me out on other platforms. I'm on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, Pinterest, and YouTube. I'm everywhere. Go check me out. If you hadn't seen me one place, look for me. I'm there. But now's a good time. If you're not, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I really would appreciate it. So while you're hitting that subscribe button and that thumbs up and sharing this video and leaving a comment, I'm going to take this in and feed the family. Hope you enjoyed the video. We'll see you next time.